Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Barkley, and I am a Senior Gold Ambassador. And I wanted to talk to you today about onboarding. So, when I first got started about 18 months ago, I was definitely not what you would call all in. I really drug my feet when it came to onboarding. I was all about recruiting. I loved bringing people on, onto my team and getting people to take these products, but I did not understand the importance of the process of onboarding. As much as my sponsor and my upline tried to explain it to me and encourage me to kind of get on with it, I really just did not get it. I felt overwhelmed by how quickly I was moving, and I was afraid that putting people into the team pages and talking to them about launch events and getting them in touch with my sponsor was just going to overwhelm them. And so I was taking what I was feeling personally and projecting that onto my team, and honestly it came to bite me in the butt later on. It took me about 3 months to figure out that, hey, maybe there is something to this. And unfortunately, in that 3 months, I missed out on a lot of opportunity to get my team plugged in. And honestly, I did a disservice to my people. No matter if people are wanting to just take products or if they're wanting to run full force with the business, they need to be onboarded correctly. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason your sponsor's telling you that onboarding is important. And that's because that is how we're going to serve our customers to the best of our ability and to help them every step of the way. And so it's really best for them as well as it's best for you. And so I just wanted to come in here and encourage you to, first of all, really listen to your sponsor when it comes to onboarding, and also to give you a tip and a resource that I have created for my team. Because honestly, onboarding is, I would say, the key to duplication. And that is something that my team was missing very badly when I first got started. And it took me a long time to kind of undo what I did and get things set up the right way. And so when I had my team has actually been in momentum now for the last 3 months. And onboarding has been something that we have focused on. And so it's made it my mission for when people get started and they want to run with this business, I want to make sure that they understand the importance of onboarding. And so about 3 months ago, I had a girl join who is a complete rock star. She also loves to recruit, and she was adding people left and right. And honestly, I was a little overwhelmed, and I was afraid that if I wasn't helping her with the onboarding process better than I did it, that she would be in the same boat that I was in last year. And so I came up with the chart really just to help myself stay organized and to really help her stay organized and kind of understand how to onboard. Because as much as I was explaining it to her, I probably talked about it 4 or 5 times, and she came back. I remember the text, and I said, okay, have you onboarded? Have you done this, that, and the other? And I remember she said, what is onboarding again? And so I just remember thinking, okay, it can be overwhelming, especially when you're moving fast. And so I came up with this chart that I think ended up being super helpful. And I figured if I had this, back when I first started, that it probably would have changed things a lot as well, because I'm very task oriented and love to check things off. And so it's been really cool to see that my level one has been able to onboard like a complete rock star. Honestly, she's so good at it now that I actually glean from her. She's better than me. And so I really think that this chart had something to do with it. I thought maybe it could be helpful for you guys. And so I wanted to drop it in here for you to use. And I wanted to show you how I was able to create it so that you can go and do the same. I'm going to share a Word document. And so bear with me as I make myself smaller here. It's my first time doing a video like this. And so I am learning as I go here. Okay, so this is basically all I did was I went into Word and I created a chart. And so I believe or a table. And I just chose how many, columns I need and how many rows I needed. I believe I needed 8 columns to do the different things that I wanted to make sure that she was doing. And maybe there might be something that you find important in the onboarding process. These were kind of the 8 things that really stood out to me. And so that was obviously keeping them organized by name. I thought it was helpful to know which welcome pack or if they got extra products, like what did they start with? Um, what are they in a three-way chat? Have you put them into the team page? Sorry, have they joined? Not only have they, because adding them is just one step, right? They have to also accept that invite. So have they joined the team page? Have they been welcomed in the team page? Have you tagged them in the guides? Have you sent them a getting started guide? Have you had a conversation about a launch event? And so these were kind of the 8 columns that I found helpful, and we even added in the ambassador ID. I found that that was super helpful. Just that there's going to be times where you need to reference back, and so having that on there has been nice. And so we did that in Word, and what I found was that there was not a really great way to share this with my level 1. Especially not in a way that she could manipulate it whenever I was trying to do it through Word. And we do a lot of things through Messenger and text. And so I didn't want to have to email it to her. I wanted to be able to just send it in a text or in Messenger. And so I kind of played around with a few different ways of doing that. And the best way that I found was to actually copy it and then put it into a note. And so if you don't work off of an iPhone or an Apple product, then this may not work the same way for you. You may have to adapt it to work for your Android or whatever cell phone you're using. But for Apple users, this was really helpful. We created a note. And so, let's see. Where's the new? There we go. We created a new note, and then you can just literally paste it in there. And it pastes really nicely. It keeps the same format, which is really nice, and then you can manipulate. So, and then how you share it is you can basically add somebody to view it, and there's different ways you can send it to that person. I believe I did it through text. And so I'm not going to try to do that right now. My computer is so bogged down and it's moving really, really slowly. So I'm just going to go to the actual checklist that we both share. So it's really great because she can actually manipulate this, and I get notified when she does. And so we can both kind of keep track. So we can see who's been put in the team page, have they joined it, or have they been welcomed? And so it's been really great. We can both kind of stay up to date with everything that's going on. We've even dropped some verbiage down here that we can copy paste into the messages, some common verbiage. So I tell you what, this has been so helpful. Honestly, like I was saying, my level 1 is such a rock star when it comes to onboarding now that I am gleaning from her. And I really was inspired. I've been saying I wanted to make this video for a while now, and I was inspired today because she got a join, and I kid you not, within seconds of her getting the join, I'm getting a notification that there's a 3-way chat that's been opened up and she's introducing me. And then within seconds of that, she's been added to the team page. Within seconds of that, she's been welcomed. And then within a few minutes, we're having the conversation of a launch event. And I tell you what, every single verbiage that she used was amazing. It was almost like textbook perfect. And that launch event is happening next Wednesday. So it was just really cool to see how my team, which went from the worst onboarders, really just me, not really my team, just me. I wasn't onboarding, and what that did and how that impacted my team in a negative way, to kind of the opposite now, where we really dug in and focused on what is the importance of onboarding? Why do we need to do it? How do we do it? How can we do it better? And now having a team of Rockstar onboarders has just been super exciting. I thought that this chart may be helpful for you guys. I hope that you found this to be a good resource. And thanks for tuning in and listening to me and bearing with me as I did my first video. Hope you guys have an awesome day.